35 3/4.
39 and a half.
And then we measure to make sure that's even.
Shouldn't we measure it in the middle first? You could, or right now you can measure that.
There's so much math.
Yeah. Can you do math for us, Letitia? Hi everyone, my name's Kelsey.
And my name is Becky.
And we are the Sorry Girls.
And we are not in our normal space today.
No, we're not. We are in Letitia's room.
Hi! Hey girl, hey!
Hi!
Why don't you tell them about yourself?
I am a fashion, DIY, and lifestyle YouTuber, and we're based in Toronto.
Yes.
So I contacted Kelsey and Becky because I wanted to redo my whole bedroom. It was not cute before, like real not cute. But then I saw this headboard on West Elm that was blush pink velvet. All the right things that I needed.
Except for the price.
Yeah, except for the price. So I was like, oh, well, maybe I should call my friends. So then I hit them up, and they're here today to help me with that.
Yes, so in this video, you're gonna see us DIY a West Elm inspired headboard for a cheaper price tag.
Bless you guys. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And Letitia is actually super talented at design herself, so she's gonna start handling the makeover of the room while we go and make that headboard.
So you'll have to make sure to check out Letitia's channel for the full video of her room makeover from start to finish, including some DIYs by yours truly.
Okay, should we get started on that headboard?
We shall.
Okay.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
See you!
Bye!
Okay, so first step to making this is going to be to start with the base piece of the headboard. This is a piece of 3/8 inch thick plywood. You can go for the really cheap rough kind because we literally will not see it once the headboard is made. So this was originally a 4x8 sheet of plywood. That's how you get them, but I had them cut it down so that I could fit it in my car, and it just saves me some cutting time as well. So I had them cut this to 65 inches wide by 29 inches high. So that's what we're working with right now. So the first step is going to be to draw that curved shape of the top and then cut it out using a jigsaw. So to make this shape, I just found the center with the measuring tape and then went from the center and curved it slightly down to the side. I ended up with about 15 inches of straight line before it started curving. If you're making a similar size, that might help you. Then use a jigsaw to cut out this shape, and then once you have your cutout piece, flip it over, trace it on the other side, and cut that out as well, and that will make sure that you have a matching design. And once that was cut out, I sanded the whole thing smooth. So now I have something that looks like this, and it's already a really cute shape, and that was probably the hardest part, so we're smooth sailing from here on out. So next up is to make the foamy bit of the actual headboard. So to do this, I picked up 3-inch foam. It's quite large and in charge. And at my fabric store, they were able to cut it to whatever size I need and then just charge me by the foot. So I got them to cut it exactly to the size of that wood that we started with originally. And what I'm gonna do now is lay the board on top and trace out that same design and then cut this to shape as well. I think just using an X-Acto knife.
Or like a large knife? A bread knife? I feel like I've seen people use a bread knife.
Really?
Is this crazy? I don't know.
Stay tuned.
True.
Fun.
Wow. Do you hate this as much as you hate styrofoam?
I don't hate this at all. This is good.
I like this.
So that was unexpectedly very fun. So now that this is all cut out, I'm going to attach it to the wood board we cut earlier. I'm using construction adhesive, which is a really strong glue, and I'm going to do a bunch of dots all over and then squish them together and hold it tight for about 5 minutes. I feel like, should I sit on it?
Wow. That's some solid foam. You went for the good stuff. All right, so Becky has done a great job with the base and the foam on the headboard.
Oh my god, it literally is like angel food cake.
This is angel food cake, and I'm gonna ice it with fabric. So as per Letitia's request, we picked up this super luxe. Oh God. It is so soft. Every night she's gonna be like petting the furry wall as she goes to sleep. So we're gonna cut out a giant shape that is like exactly the size of our plywood. And then we're gonna cut out strips because we're actually kind of making this like a 3D headboard instead of one of those headboards where you just like pull the fabric back and tack it to the back. This is gonna be kind of like this 3D shape. First, I'm going to cut out just the shape of the headboard.
Add some for him.
And adding some for him.
So don't cut it exactly.
So I'm not gonna cut it exactly. So I have the front of my headboard cut out, And now I'm just going to cut out long strips about 5 inches wide that I can then sew onto this to make my 3D shape. So those are just gonna be straight strips. Make them as long as you can. We didn't wanna buy like a crazy amount of fabric, so we are gonna have a seam to sew 2 of these strips together, but it shouldn't be that noticeable. So I'm done sewing my front cover piece. Can't see it, can't see it, can't see it. Probably doesn't look like much right now, but it will once we put it on the headboard. So the next step is to take some thin batting. I'm just going to wrap that around the headboard and staple gun it to the back. So I just went around all of the edges and kind of pulled as I went, and I kind of jumped around just so that I made sure that everything was getting pulled evenly. And then I cut off the excess. I make sure to fold in the little corners at the bottom. Final thing looks like. Does it look good? And guys, this is the first time I've ever done this. I don't think it's that hard. Okay, so our next step is to take our slip cover front piece that we made out of our fabric. Just kidding, this is our scrap fabric. Okay, this is the part I'm nervous about. You need to make sure that you pull it tight, and this is where it can all fall apart. Drama. So since we're going for that smooth look over the headboard and not that tufted pulled look, we want to make sure that everything is super smooth. So once I had some key staples in, I just flipped it up and took a look at it, making sure that everything was aligned and nothing was looking pulled. Most importantly, I want to make sure that that front seam that we sewed was along the front edge and it didn't like pull backwards or pull forwards. We wanted to make sure that it was on the edge where it should be. When cutting out the fabric, I made sure to leave a hem all the way around except from the bottom straight edge where I left a good 6 to 8 inches since I would use that to fold up the bottom. And on the corners down here, I'm just cutting the length of my edge piece, tucking it under, and then pulling up the bottom over top, making sure to fold in any edges so that you can't see any fraying. This is looking professional and it's almost done, but we do need a way to hang it up onto the wall. So to hang it, we're gonna use these little D-ring hangers and we're gonna space them apart evenly. And then on our wall, we can just go ahead and add a screw to the wall and hang them up like a picture frame. It's like a giant picture frame. So I just measured and found the center back of the headboard and just made sure that it evenly spaced out my D-rings here and did them a little bit closer to the top. This is what it looks like. Ooh, ah. Peanut gallery. Ooh, ah. So now we're gonna take this to Letitia's and see what she thinks. Hi! Are you excited?
I'm so excited.
Okay, ready?
Okay. Whoa,
It's just gonna have to come. Okay, 1, 2, 3!
Like,
Vanna
Game
White.
show, yeah.
What? To the center.
so tell me about your construction background. How did you guys come to this point?
Zero question. DIY.
This is why women can do anything.
I don't think so.
Telling you. Good luck to my neighbor.
Bye. Oh.
Yes. All right.
Okay, here goes nothing. Here goes everything. Okay, mine's on. Mine's on.
Oh, sweet.
God.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's perfect.
Wow.
Wow, chicka wow. You know how those super satisfying feelings?
Yes.
That's it. That's it right there.
Alright, so that's how you make a DIY headboard.
Yeah, simple as that.
Do you like it?
I only like it just a little bit a lot. I love it, guys. It's
Already behind us, it makes like such a pop of color and like
Yes.
it fills up the wall so
Yeah.
well. And who's with us? blush is a new neutral.
It's not a pink, it's a neutral. So if you want to see how the whole room came together, make sure to head over to Letitia's channel to watch her makeover and give her a subscribe while you're over there.
And if you guys are over here from Letitia's channel, make sure you subscribe to us. And if you guys saw the nightstands that you maybe peeped in this video, there will be a video coming out soon on how we DIY'd those. I think that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, make sure you give it a like.
And if you love it, make sure you sub it.
And if you like Letitia, subscribe to her too. Okay, bye.
Bye.